I'm Wade, the founder and CEO of Wicked Wraps here in Mukilteo, Washington, and I look forward to talking to you more about what we do here at Wicked Wraps. When we talk about a background on like Wicked Wraps and how it all started, it was really just an organic thing that happened when I was building a hot rod, a little S10 pickup truck back in like 2002. And at the time, I had goals to get this thing painted and do this wild, elaborate, real fire flame paint job. And ultimately, 2 or 3 years passed by, still didn't have the paint job. Finally went and saw a guy in Snohomish to get that quote on that real fire flame paint job I wanted so badly, but I couldn't afford it. So I figured there had to be an alternative option to paint, and that's when I stumbled across vinyl decals. And ultimately I'd buy a plotter, start making some vinyl decals. That would roll into me purchasing my first printer, and then from there I would actually print out my first real fire flame kit in 2006 and install that onto my hot rod. And ultimately, not knowing that what I was doing in mom and dad's garage in Snohomish back at that time would evolve to Wicked Wraps and what it's become today.
My name is Christopher Warren Goff. I work here at Wicked Wraps with my business partner, Wade Beecher. What my business background comes from starts with the military. I was going to become an FBI agent, work my way up through business school, and from there I just started launching in a different direction.
Wicked Wraps was originally established officially in 2005. Prior to that, I did have and utilize a different name. It was Badass Graphics prior to Wicked Wraps. Ultimately, I shifted from Badass Graphics to Wicked Wraps because we needed a PC correct type of name, something that we could brand nationally, and ultimately something I could turn into a franchise down the road. Not knowing that when I established this brand back in 2005 that ultimately we would go into serving a commercial market, and through that we have served well over 15,000 clients in our time frame. We have developed some of the best brands that you currently see in the state of Washington, from logo design to printing the stuff here to executing the installs. It has opened our market from just wrapping what started out as commercial vehicles to then changing the color of someone's car, like a Ferrari that comes in cherry red, and then we're turning around and making that matte black. Or it jumped into, like, for instance, Vashon Aircraft, where we never really thought we'd be in the airplane market, but now we are and have wrapped over 135 aircrafts for them. They're nationwide. It's part of the build specs of the aircraft. We're also doing their Mammoth Overland, and through that, just all the different unique entrepreneurs and people that are starting, dreaming, creating is what Wicked Wraps serves. We serve the person that is chasing the idea of creating their own brand, their own image, whether that be a food truck or a carpet cleaning company or a dental company. It doesn't really matter. We have something here that a person could utilize, from a wall wrap to their box truck, to just changing the color of a vehicle, or even things that could be short-term type of advertisement. And then again, all the way up into the airplane. So we're living our wildest dream here at Wicked Wraps.
Some of the specialties that we incorporate here at Wicked Wraps, things that other shops just don't know how to do or really want to take on as a challenge. These challenges are something that we accept because we have the ability, the unbelievable background in education. Going back, we got about 40 years of experience, ranging from, actually I would say closer to 50, knowing that we've got our tint and paint protection film and ExoShield certified expert here. We are a 5-star custom award-winning shop located here in Mukilteo, Washington. And I tell you what, we do things in this shop that only customers get an opportunity to see outside when we've presented their car to them, or their vehicle, or their walls. We actually wrap walls. Right here behind me, you'll see this same film that we wrapped my wall with behind me here is the same film that we're going to be able to put on your car, your wall. Anything that really stands out to you from a design aspect or a solid color, we can do that as well. Some of the other aspects that we do, inside of our shop here, is we do ExoShield. ExoShield is a nano-ceramic, optically clear film that goes onto your windshield and protects it against rock chips. And there's nothing worse than getting a rock chip or having something create a line across your windshield. It's not necessarily having to go through the pain and hassle replacing that and spending the money on windshields, which are even getting harder to get and more expensive to get. It's the fact that once they take out that original windshield, it's never really truly going to be the same. You could have a whistle, you could have a leak. You just got things that really, it makes it more difficult to obtain the original aspects of your vehicle. So having it protected is fantastic, and you can do that inside of our shop while we're doing your wrap or while we're putting on paint protection film. Paint protection film is an 8 mil thick film, where our vinyl is about 2 mil. So it's 4 times thicker than the vinyl that we put on your car, and it's made to go on either your entire car or just the front end of your car for the front bumper and the hood, the mirrors, the cups of your door handles for women in their wedding rings so they don't gouge the door handles, but also to protect against those rock chips, the pelting of sand wherever you go. Tint. Oh my gosh, there's so much that we want to tell people about tint, because it's a protection against having anybody just come up to your car and have it look like a fishbowl and then be able to see everything that's inside your vehicle, to be able to leave your purse, your laptop, anything inside your car. If you have it tinted, you're creating some privacy. That's the benefit. You're also creating some aspects of shade. You will be able to protect yourself against some of the harmful rays or just the vibrant light of the sun. Ceramic tint is phenomenal. If you feel the difference of a regular carbon film versus the ceramic film, it knocks out approximately 76% of the heat. It really takes those harmful UV rays and the heat and pushes them out of the car. It keeps your car a little more maintained. So those are some of the other specialties that we have here.
One thing that's really cool about our facility is that we have a 15 by 14 foot garage door. That means that there's literally not a semi truck, food truck, pretty much any vehicle that we couldn't fit in our facility. We have over 100 feet in length from the garage door all the way to the back of our cement wall. We've got roughly about a 40-foot ceiling, so no clearance issues in that regard. We recently wrapped a 48 foot by 14 foot by 13 foot tall building, a literally fully enclosed mobile building with hardy board that we did for Planet Fitness. There's not one facility, probably even nationwide, that could fit a unit like that in their shop. To us, it's huge to be able to work in a controlled environment. It's extremely important. There is times where we work outside this facility in order to execute a wall wrap or a storefront, and we just change our installations to that environment. But in an ideal world, we love to do everything in this awesome state-of-the-art facility. Some of the things that we do implement around here are HP printers. We run a custom server that's all custom built here. We use a French software here that's a color profiling software that just ensures when we are printing for our customers that we're actually getting true Pantone colors. We're not just printing all over the map. It's extremely important to have calibrated equipment within your facility. And then outside that, just an amazing, amazing spot. I encourage any customer we do business with, whether you've had wraps before, you've got a bad taste in your mouth from having a bad wrap experience, or maybe just haven't aligned with the right shop, coming to Wicked Wraps is really an eye-opening experience. It's my job as an owner to educate the general public the difference between bad wraps and good quality, and certified installers and shops that look professional and shops that just look like a hole in the wall. At the end of the day, we care, and we just want to make sure that the results we get are something that of 100% satisfied customer. A lot of other things that make us unique here. We've got the largest facility here in the state of Washington. You can either build multiple stores, you can just build the biggest brick house. That's what we did. All of our equipment is unique to us, and all of our equipment is calibrated from Caldera software. We're the only shop in this side of the country that uses Caldera. It's a very hard software to learn, but the importance of it, again, is just being able to hit customers' Pantone colors and ensure, like, if Starbucks reaches out and says, my green needs to be this green, well, we're gonna be able to hit that green, and I can consistently do that vehicle after vehicle after vehicle. And so that is a unique trait to us. A lot of shops locally are just printing all over the map. They don't have a calibrated printer, so you don't know as a customer that you're truly getting your Pantone color. So it's important to ensure that you are getting the result you want, especially if you're thinking about growing a fleet, because if it's not calibrated like our stuff is here, then you end up with inconsistency. One color might be bright yellow on one vehicle, and now for some reason the second vehicle you're doing is just not looking like the right yellow is supposed to be. And those are the types of things that we see out there. The other things that make us unique, we've got a 30-year pro in here that's doing window tint and paint protection film. Steve, who's out in the shop working right now, has run and operated his own shop. He used to be the manager for Car Toys. We plucked him from Car Toys just because I've known Steve for a long, long time, and we believed his talents were better suited here to give him more opportunities. So that's a unique trait. We've got a dude that just really understands paint protection film and window tint products, and he's also the only guy here that is ExoShield certified, which is a nano ceramic film that we press over your windshield. So just think security film, and when that rock hits your windshield at 200 miles an hour, it can't break your windshield. So you can retain that OEM windshield, which is far better than having a replaced windshield. And Steve is the only guy here in the Northwest that is certified to install that product, so we think that's a pretty cool attribute to our business. I'm also personally a nationally Avery Dennison certified installer. I'm Feller certified. I'm Orful certified. I'm also Expel certified, which is a different paint protection film product than what we actually use in our shop today. But those are just things that, you know, in some people's eyes is a piece of paper. To me, it's more about just progressing and continuing to learn different techniques and tricks from different installers and different programs across the country. Another thing that makes us unique is just last year in 2023, we signed on with Avery Dennison to start hosting nationally advertised schools here. What that does is it opens our door here for all the local competitors and anybody that's looking to learn window tint, paint protection film, what it takes to do like printed vehicle wraps, or learning how to do solid color applications. And those are done 4 times a year here. Those are taught by some of the world's most famous teachers and installers throughout the world, which is pretty awesome to be able to have a facility that Avery wants to utilize to be able to propel people in our industry. So to me, that's leaps and bounds above any competitor here locally, because we're the sandbox. So if you want to get certified and you're a competitor, whether you're locally or you're coming in from out of state, you're doing it here under our roof, and we think that that's a pretty special opportunity to be a part of that, to align with that. And most importantly, I'm finding more and more passion through that, because I get to have young people come in here in my early 40s, and they're appreciating this work that I've put in over 19 years. And it's really fun to get to see the excitement that it brings to some of the younger generation, and being able to pass the torch, meaning taking my knowledge, my ideas, whether it's someone here in our shop or I'm just helping a kid who's just looking to get into vehicle wrapping, and maybe he doesn't print, or maybe he's just looking for more information outside the training school, then we can be a resource for that person and try to help propel their shop in the right direction. One big unique thing that really, really separates us from the market is being in the aircraft market. Working with Vachon Aircraft, having had some of our work featured in aerospace magazines that aren't wrap specific or even have anything to do with our industry, I think is pretty cool. And we're working with them in a capacity that no other shop nationwide is working with any aircraft company at the capacity in which we're doing.
My military background gave me the opportunity to understand what was important, what we deserve. And what we deserve is an opportunity of what we give and who we are, the why of why we live our lives. So what we do is, coming from a military background and understanding that I love law enforcement, Wounded Warriors projects, anything that we can do to represent the people and take care of the people that take care of us. For that notion, my business partner and I, we highly believe that everything that we use here inside Wicked Wraps is 100% American made. We won't use anything that comes from overseas. We don't want to, we want to offer the opportunity that what you are going to pay for is what you deserve to receive. And so we're going to make sure that everything that we do in that product line, everything that we have to spend a little bit more money on, which is perfectly fine for us, we don't upcharge you. We give you the savings and the opportunity to know that whatever goes onto your vehicle or your window or your walls is something that you can depend on, you know, was built here in the United States, made here in the United States, and installed here in the United States. Everything that we're going to use for you as our client is definitely something that we recognize, we believe in, and is definitely made in America.
One thing I really pride myself on the wrap industry is ensuring that the products we use here are something that would last. It's not going to cause damage on your car, whether it's a Honda or a Ferrari. The mindset of an installer or an owner-operator of a vehicle wrap, window tint, paint protection film, auto detail company should be that Honda is still just as good as the Ferrari. To us, that's the same. If we do a box truck, it's the same. But the difference is using the right product. And what I mean by that is there's two different types of films used throughout the industry, both in the printing side and the solid color wrap side. We use all American made films, which we call cast films. Cast are films that are durable, meaning they have conformability, they have clean removability, and then if we need to seam a wrap, which does happen on a lot of our wraps, and it goes out into direct sunlight, if we have a seam that has to overlap on itself, then over time, that cast film is staying stuck together and it's not separating from itself. Thanks for tuning in with Wicked Wade here at Wicked Wraps in Mukilteo, Washington. A few ways you can connect with us: Instagram, Facebook. We are the original Wicked Wraps, so you can find us on there. You'll know you're at the right place because you'll see that beautiful pink and teal logo. You know, the eye, that's all you gotta look for. When you're there, just keep in mind that you can also find us through our website at wickedwraps.net. Make sure you don't go to wickedwraps.com because there's a company out there trying to forward that. So just make sure you end up at the wickedwraps.net. We've been wickedwraps.net since 2005, so make sure you're at the right site. You'll know you're at the right place. From there, you can fill out a quote request form, whether it be window tint or paint protection film or vehicle wrap, whether it's solid color or commercial application. You can also reach us at 425-298-WRAP. Haven, our badass office manager, be here to help you answer questions that you have regarding our products. And I encourage anybody, we're an open door shop. So if you're nearby, you're looking for something, or you're just inquiring, or you're not really sure what you want to do, come by. We're creative minds. We love meeting and greeting our customers, and it's an opportunity for you to get to see this really cool creative space. So if you didn't know about us, now you do, and I'd encourage you to come by. Again, if you've got quotes out there or anything you've done, give us an opportunity. You won't be disappointed here working with Wade, Christopher, my team, everybody involved at Wicked Wraps.
We truly look forward to just meeting you, creating a relationship with you, gaining your trust, and getting you to see what can possibly be something unbelievable that you never experienced on either your home or your vehicle. Again, thank you so very much.